Alright, so in this video we're looking at this shape right here, and notice that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So this, of course, is a quadrilateral. And all quadrilaterals, no matter how they're set up or how they look, have the same amount of degrees inside the shape, right? The angle measure of any quadrilateral is the same. They all add up to 360 degrees. So in this problem, what's nice is they give you the angle measures. They say this is 66 degrees, that this angle right here is 54 degrees, so 66 and 54. They want to know what is this angle right here. Now notice they don't tell you the number of the angle here, but this shape, this square right here implies that that's a 90-degree angle. So now all we have to do is set this up. We know that x, whatever angle it is, if I add 90, if I add 54, and if I add 66, I get 360 degrees. And all I need to do now is solve for x. So if I simplify this, right, 50 plus 90 is 140, plus 60, right, is 200, plus 4 and 6 is 210. So x plus 210 equals 360. Therefore, I would say that x is equal to 360 minus 210. And that's equal to what? Well, 360 minus 210 is 150 degrees, right? 150 degrees. And that makes sense, right? 150 plus 210 is 360. So here, that's our measure for angle x. But what's really going on here? Well, the angle measure of this quadrilateral is built on the idea of a triangle. A triangle, of course, oops, let me fix that. A triangle has 180 degrees. So if we picture a simple triangle and say a right triangle, right? This right triangle has 180 degrees, and that's a three-sided shape. So let's just label that real quick. This is 180, right? If I take two triangles and put them together, and I can be creative with this, but I'll keep it simple here. Take one triangle and then two triangles. What happens is that I form a quadrilateral. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And each triangle has 180 degrees, which is why you can think of a quadrilateral as having 360 degrees, right? This triangle has 180, and so does this one, and we're really adding those angles up to get 360 degrees altogether. So a triangle has 180, that's a three-sided shape, right? A four-sided shape has 360 degrees, so I think you can see that a five-sided shape, like a pentagon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will have 540 degrees, right? Because building up from the triangle, every time we add one more side, we get another 180 degrees. And this again is built on the idea of how many triangles are in the shape. Here you could draw this as 3 triangles. It's not always easy to do this, right? It's not always as simple. Here in our original shape, you could draw a line right here to see the 2 triangles that make 360, but there's always a way to do it. So no matter what our quadrilateral looks like, as long as it has 4 sides and the shape is closed as a polygon, then it has 360 degrees. And there's even a nice formula to connect all of this, right? That connects the number of sides, 3, 4, 5, and so forth, to the number of degrees. So let's just go through that real quick. If we set up a table here, and in one column we have n, the number of sides, we can see a little pattern, 3, 4, 5, and so forth, right, to x sides. Here are the number of degrees. In this column, we have 180, and then 360, and 540, and so forth, to some amount of degrees. So how do we relate these two? Well, what I think to myself is that if I take n, right, this is 3, how do I get 180? Because here I have 180, 2 180s, and 3 180s, right? 180 is 180, 2 180s is 360, and 3 180s is 540. How do I use these numbers to make the number of 180s that I need? Well, what I think in the first case here, that helps me out, if I took 3 and I take 2 away, that would give me 1, right? And if I multiply that by 180, I would have the number of degrees in a triangle. And this works for everyone, right? If I take n, the number of sides, and subtract 2, and multiply that by 180, I always get the number of degrees in a triangle, and n represents, of course, the number of sides. For example, 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 times 180 is 540. So there's a nice connection here to help you predict the number of degrees in any polygon. Alright, hope that helped.